Hello everyone, winter's first major blast is on its way. A significant pattern shift will bring snow and a serious freeze to millions. This isn't your typical early November cool down, it's a powerful push of genuinely cold air. From the northern plains to the deep south, this weather event will make its presence known. A massive pocket of Arctic air is plunging southward, creating the perfect recipe for snow. A storm system will spread snow from the Midwest through the Great Lakes and into the Northeast. As frigid air pours in, lake-effect snow will kick into high gear. Get ready to bundle up. Winter is a season to be respected. We'll walk you through the entire forecast, region by region. You might hear the term bowling ball trough to describe this weather event. This term is used by meteorologists to explain a specific pattern in the jet stream that can lead to significant weather changes. The jet stream, which is a fast-flowing river of air high in the atmosphere, can sometimes develop large dips or troughs. When a particularly cold and dense pocket of Arctic air gets caught in one of these troughs, it can behave like a bowling ball rolling down a lane. Imagine the jet stream as a bowling lane with a big, heavy pocket of Arctic air rolling down it. This cold air mass, often originating from the polar regions, moves southward, displacing the warmer air that was previously in place. As it travels, it can bring dramatic temperature drops and significant weather changes to the areas it impacts. This air is exceptionally cold and dense, shoving warmer air up and out of the way. When these two air masses collide, the warmer air is forced to rise, which can lead to the development of clouds and precipitation. This process is a key factor in the formation of winter storms and can result in heavy snowfall, especially when there is ample moisture in the atmosphere. The lift from the trough combined with moisture creates perfect conditions for snow. As the warm air rises and cools, the moisture it contains condenses into snowflakes. This can lead to widespread snowfall, blanketing cities and rural areas alike. The intensity and duration of the snowfall depend on various factors, including the amount of moisture available and the strength of the trough. The spin in the atmosphere associated with this trough is critical. This rotation, known as vorticity, can enhance the development of weather systems. It can lead to the formation of low-pressure areas, which are often associated with stormy weather. The stronger the vorticity, the more intense the weather can become. This spinning air can create smaller, intense weather areas. These localized systems can produce sudden and severe weather conditions, such as snow squalls. Snow squalls are brief, but intense bursts of heavy snowfall and strong winds, which can significantly reduce visibility and create hazardous travel conditions. We're watching for a mesilo to form, possibly causing a surprise band of heavy snow. A mesilo is a small-scale, low-pressure system that can develop within the larger trough. These systems can produce narrow bands of heavy snowfall, which can catch forecasters and residents off guard. It's important to stay informed and be prepared for rapidly changing weather conditions. This Arctic blast is more than just a cold front, it's a dynamic system. The interaction between the cold Arctic air and the warmer air to the south creates a complex and powerful weather system. This can lead to a variety of winter weather hazards, including heavy snow, strong winds, and dangerously cold temperatures. It's setting the stage for snow in Michigan, and a freeze in Georgia. The impacts of this Arctic air mass can be felt far and wide, from the Great Lakes to the southern states. In Michigan, residents can expect significant snowfall, while in Georgia, the unusually cold temperatures can lead to frost and ice, affecting daily life and travel. This bowling ball is the engine of this winter weather event. It's the driving force behind the dramatic changes we're seeing in the weather. Understanding this phenomenon helps us better prepare for and respond to the challenges posed by winter storms. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue to track this powerful system. Let's map out the journey of this powerful winter storm as it sweeps across the United States, impacting millions of people along its path. We'll break down the storm's progress day by day, so you know exactly what to expect and when. From the first raindrops to the final snowflakes, here's how the weather will unfold. The storm begins its trek today, Friday, November 7th, with a surge of rain and thunderstorms pushing through the Ohio Valley. Residents in cities like Cincinnati, Columbus, and Louisville will see heavy downpours, gusty winds, and even the chance for some localized flooding. Thunder rumbles across the region as the system gathers strength, setting the stage for a dramatic weekend. As the day progresses, the rain continues to soak the Midwest, making for slick roads and reduced visibility. Travelers should be prepared for delays and use extra caution, especially during the evening commute. Meanwhile, in the higher elevations of the Northeast, snow is already beginning to fall. Mountain towns in Vermont and New Hampshire are seeing their first significant accumulation of the season, with snow blanketing trees and roads, creating a picturesque but hazardous scene. On Saturday, the storm intensifies and shifts its focus to the northern plains. Snow will break out across the Dakotas and Minnesota, quickly covering open fields and prairies in a thick white layer. Winds will pick up, causing blowing and drifting snow that could reduce visibility and make travel dangerous. By Saturday night, the snow reaches Michigan. Cities like Detroit, Grand Rapids, and Lansing will see roads turn slick and icy. Snow plows will be out in force, but drivers should expect slow-going conditions and possible road closures, especially in rural areas. Sunday brings the storm's snowy grip to upstate New York and northern New England. Towns from Buffalo to Burlington will wake up to fresh snow, with families shoveling driveways and children eager to play outside. The snow will continue to fall throughout the day, making for a classic winter scene. As the main storm moves east, cold air rushing over the Great Lakes will trigger intense lake-effect snow. Areas near Lake Erie and Lake Ontario could see heavy squalls, with snow piling up quickly and visibility dropping to near zero at times. On Monday, the main storm system moves off the Atlantic coast, but the cold air behind it lingers. Northwest winds will continue to drive snow showers across the interior Northeast and Midwest, keeping roads icy and conditions wintry. The Appalachian Mountains will see some of the heaviest snow totals, with mountain roads becoming treacherous and hikers facing challenging conditions. This region could see over a foot of snow in some spots, making it a winter wonderland for some, but a travel headache for others. By Tuesday, the storm's legacy is clear. The entire eastern half of the country will be plunged into a deep freeze. Temperatures will drop well below average, with frost covering cars, lawns, and city streets. People will need to bundle up as the first true blast of winter settles in, reminding everyone that the cold season has truly arrived. For the northern plains, the winter blast starts Saturday, bringing with it a dramatic shift in the weather that will be felt by communities across the region. Residents are bracing for the first significant snowstorm of the season, and preparations are already underway as the forecast calls for rapidly changing conditions. Local officials are urging everyone to stay alert and plan ahead, as the storm is expected to impact travel, daily routines, and even power lines in some areas. Snow will develop across the Dakotas and sweep eastward, blanketing the landscape in a fresh layer of white. The storm will move quickly, with snowflakes beginning to fall by midday in many towns. As the system pushes into Minnesota, visibility will drop and roads will become slick, making travel hazardous for anyone venturing out. Meteorologists are closely monitoring the storm's path, as even a slight shift could mean heavier snow for some communities. Expect 1 to 3 inches of accumulation in parts of North Dakota, southern Minnesota, and northern Iowa. While these amounts may seem modest compared to midwinter storms, this early-season snow can catch drivers off guard and lead to dangerous conditions. Sidewalks and driveways will need to be cleared, and local crews are already preparing plows and salt trucks to keep main roads passable. For many, this will be the first real test of winter readiness. As the system moves into the Great Lakes, it will tap into more moisture, intensifying the snowfall. The combination of cold air and abundant lake moisture creates the perfect setup for heavier snow bands to develop. Radar images show the storm growing in size and strength as it approaches, and forecasters warn that the heaviest snow could fall in narrow, unpredictable swaths. Wisconsin and southern Michigan will see steady snow Saturday night into Sunday, with accumulations building hour by hour. By morning, neighborhoods could wake up to a winter wonderland, but also to the challenges of shoveling and navigating icy streets. Local schools and businesses are keeping a close eye on the forecast, as delays and closures are possible if the snow piles up quickly. The bigger story is the intense lake-effect snow following the main storm. As cold winds blow across the unfrozen lakes, they pick up moisture and unleash powerful snow squalls on the downwind shores. These bursts of snow can be relentless, dumping several inches in just a few hours and creating near whiteout conditions. For some communities, the lake-effect snow will be even more disruptive than the initial storm. Areas east of the lakes, like northeastern Ohio and western New York, will be in the bullseye. Residents here are no strangers to heavy snow, but each storm brings its own challenges. Snowplows will be working around the clock to keep roads open, and emergency crews are on standby for any weather-related incidents. For many, this is just the beginning of a long winter ahead. Frigid air over the Great Lakes will create massive clouds that dump heavy snow, sometimes reducing visibility to just a few feet. These lake-effect bands can linger for hours, shifting with the wind and surprising communities with sudden bursts of intense snowfall. The result is a patchwork of snow totals, with some areas buried under a foot or more while others see just a dusting. Travel can become nearly impossible in these lake-effect squalls. Highways may close with little warning, and stranded vehicles are a common sight during the worst of the storm. Authorities urge everyone to avoid unnecessary travel and to keep emergency supplies in their vehicles just in case. For those caught in the squalls, patience and caution are essential. Temperatures will plummet, with highs struggling to get out of the 30s. The cold air will make the snow stick around, turning slush into ice and making sidewalks treacherous. As winter tightens its grip, residents across the northern plains and Great Lakes will be reminded that the season is just getting started, and that more snow and cold are surely on the way. For the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, this storm is a tale of two forecasts. Along the I-95 corridor, expect wind and rain, followed by a temperature drop. The real snow story is in the interior and higher elevations. Upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine will see snow on Sunday. Lake-effect snow will impact areas east and southeast of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. In the Mid-Atlantic, the main event is the dramatic temperature drop. The Appalachian Mountains will get hammered by northwest flow snow. It's a story of elevation. The higher you go, the more snow you'll see. Snow in early November in Tennessee, North Carolina, or Georgia. It's possible. The Great Smoky Mountains are poised for a major winter wallop. Outside the mountains, a mesilo could bring snow showers further south. Even if you don't see snow, you'll feel the Arctic blast. Highs will be stuck in the 40s in cities like Atlanta and Nashville. The coldest morning will be Tuesday, with a widespread hard freeze. Temperatures will drop into the 20s as far south as Columbia, South Carolina. Inland areas of the Florida Panhandle could see their first frost or freeze. Freezing temperatures in Florida in early November? It's a big deal. This deep freeze is a major threat to any sensitive plants still outdoors. Why can't weather models agree? It's a great question. Weather models are super-powered computer programs predicting the atmosphere's future. The American model, GFS, and the European model, ECMWF, have unique equations. The GFS model predicts little snow for the southern Piedmont, while the European model forecasts more. The atmosphere is chaotic, and tiny differences can lead to huge forecast changes. Meteorologists look at all models, trends, and consensus to make the best forecast. The big picture is clear. It's going to get very cold, and the mountains will get a lot of snow. Let's talk about the main event, the cold. This isn't your run-of-the-mill cold front, it's a serious Arctic punch. Temperatures will be 20 to 30 degrees below average. Many cities will challenge or break daily record-low temperatures. On Monday, high temperatures across the Ohio Valley and Midwest will be brutal. The cold air will surge to the Gulf Coast, ending mild fall weather. Tuesday morning will be the coldest, with a widespread hard freeze. Morning lows will be in the low to mid-20s in Charlotte and Nashville. The freezing line will push through central Georgia and Alabama. This is a significant and potentially record-breaking cold air mass. With this weather on the way, be prepared and stay safe. Dress in layers to trap body heat effectively. Ensure your heating system is working properly. Check on elderly neighbors or anyone who might have trouble staying warm. Bring pets indoors and protect plants from the freeze. If traveling, be cautious and give yourself extra time. Slow down and leave space between cars. Bridges and overpasses freeze first, so be careful. Keep an emergency kit in your car. If the weather is bad, stay home and stay warm. Stay safe. Nun sten, mind sure, safe everyone.